Hey, welcome back to this mini lecture on classic ads and campaigns. Please watch all of the different things below and then come back to this if you could. That might make it easier. First one is a Blair Witch Project trailer. Why do you think it's so popular? I think it was so big because it taps into people's fears, both the dark and people being in the woods. There's something scary about being out there in nature. And also what was so big about it is the honest and real presentation. They actually had untrained actors who were participating in the movie. They did a cinema verite style, freaked them out, didn't give them too much information, and lo and behold, the highest grossing indie film of all time at that time. Hunger Games trailer. What's that? Why is it so popular? Big star Jennifer Lawrence. Could call her J Law. You know you're big when you have an acronym. And a part of it was the production value. When you see the trailer, you can tell it's an epic. And then it also ties in, obviously, to the book series. This is a classic Coca-Cola commercial. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony from 1971. Why was that one so popular? It tapped into the zeitgeist, the spirit or mood of the times. It's 1971, so it deals with the post-1960s, and it was a reaction to how tumultuous the 1960s were. Based on that, or like similar to that, it's a really feel-good song. Everyone looks nice. It's the pop song is very fluid and catchy. There's racial harmony depicted in the ad, so I think it all comes together. The really infamous Kendall Jenner Pepsi Live for Now commercial, and then the Pepsi commercial spoof on SNL. Why was the original so popular, infamous, unpopular, or infamous? Taps into the zeitgeist, more specifically Black Lives Matter. It kind of felt like a Black Lives Matter march, which people didn't like so much, and then based on that, part of the reason they didn't like it so much was the star. Kendall Jenner is, a supermodel and a huge Instagram influencer, but pressing social issues, race issues, is probably beyond her scope, unfortunately for her and Pepsi. Heineken Worlds Apart, please watch that. Hopefully you've seen that. Why is that so popular? Again, the zeitgeist, spirit of the time, the mood of the times. It kind of does some homages and some direct implications to Black Lives Matter and the Me Too movement in terms of what's going on in the video. It deals with atypical yet familiar ideas. Like it deals with protesting different social movements, like about different sides to really pressing social issues. Also, the idea of having a beer to iron out issues seems a universal thing that people who drink understand. Two Peloton related commercials. The first one's the original, the second one's done by Aviator Gin. Why was the first one so unpopular, the second one more popular? Again, zeitgeist, spirit of the times. We have a big home fitness craze over the past couple of years where people like to get the stationary bikes and just pedal away at home. And then I think the pushback partly was a retort to this idea of being perfection, both in terms of the person, the woman in the ad, who's really good-looking, classically beautiful woman, who doesn't look like she needs like her body morphology. She doesn't look like she probably really needs to do rigorous bike exercise, and the house is quite nice. So there's a bit of a pushback to all of those things, and just regular people with regular bodies living in regular houses kind of felt pushback against the ad. And then the Aviator Gin, which actually uses the same woman in it, it helps to subvert the original, so that makes it kind of comedic. There's a Burger King commercial. Why is that one so unpopular, or popular, famous, or infamous? It deals with this quite visually striking. It shows the decay of this burger. This changing of state is really visually striking, especially this kind of macro shot where you see the burger so up close. And then it deals with some atypical yet familiar things, more specifically food commercials. So normally when you have food commercials, and the way that they do the rotation of the burger, it seems like almost like a car commercial where they show the beauty shots of the car. Usually you show cars, food in the best light possible. This shows the food in a little less than the best state. And I say it might be popular or unpopular, famous or infamous, because we'll have to see how it all shakes out. Some shared traits for both famous and infamous, popular and unpopular campaign characteristics. They deal with big stars like Kendall Jenner, Jennifer Lawrence or Colin Kaepernick for the Nike commercial. People have a strong emotional connection, such as Fear for the Daisy ad, which is showed in the last set of videos, or Blair Witch, People in the Woods. Ideally, they're visually striking. The Daisy ad was a mushroom clouds, very visually striking. Burger King has the kind of not so beautiful shot of a burger decaying. Hunger Games is just like a Hollywood epic. A lot of them tap into the zeitgeist, like Black Lives Matter, Me Too, Willie Horton, the Bush ad dealing with crime, and the Peloton ad, which deals with people's retorts to perfection. Some of them deal with atypical yet familiar subjects. Heineken dealing with people drinking around a bar, resolving differences. Kendall Jenner deals with the idea of so many different types of protests these days. Some of them deal with indirect messages. Apple's 1984 ad was a pushback against IBM's oppressive domination of computing. Some of them are quite iconic. Most of them are iconic in the way their appeal is, and they're so popular years afterwards. For example, the Apple commercial, 1984 ad, is still revered today. And some of them are quite innovative, like the Burger King ad with the decaying burger. Those were classic ads and campaigns. Thanks for watching. See you soon.